Happy Monday, everyone, and welcome to our communication lesson. This week, we're going to continue our discussion on social and conversational skills, and we are going to focus on the topics of voice volume and using cool language. All right, so voice volume, which you'll see in this next slide, refers to how loud our voices are at any given time. So the level of your voice really depends on where you're at and what's going on. It depends on the context, okay? Are you indoors or are you outdoors? Are you doing a quiet activity like watching a movie or a loud activity like watching a football game in person? And so underneath the voice volume title, you'll see a picture. This picture talks about the different levels of voice volume. So 0 is voices off. We are not talking, we are listening only. That's like when teachers are giving a lesson or when you are watching a movie or at church. Voice level 1 is a whisper voice. We use this voice when we are talking in a library or when we're doing partner talk at our tables, okay? Level 2 is partner table talk. Level 2 is like your indoor voice. I would argue that you should use a whisper voice when talking with a table partner. That way others can't hear your conversation and that you don't disrupt others. But when you think of voice volume 2, I want you to think of your indoor classroom voice, the voice that you use to talk to your teachers and your peers, okay? Voice volume 3 is a presentation voice. You are going to raise your voice in order to be heard by more people. So whereas voice level 2 is partner talk, you're talking to someone who's beside you or close by. A presentation voice is you are raising your voice so that others can hear. So typically it's more than 2 to 3 people if it's a presentation voice. Your outside voice is when you're playing outside. Notice how my voice is getting louder. This is the voice that we use when we're playing games, when we want someone's attention and we're in an area that's busy. Okay, so if you're playing soccer outside, you can use your outside voice. Pass me the ball. Okay. I won't do your level 5 voice because I will be yelling. But your level 5 voice is like screaming and yelling. That is an emergency voice. That's when you need immediate help and assistance from someone who is not close by. Let's say, for example, that someone passes out or someone gets severely hurt. You are going to yell or scream for 911. And that is totally okay because it is an emergency situation. So level 5 is yelling, screaming. That's emergency voice. All right, cool language. This is basically words that we use that are kind and respectful. And we use cool language when we're talking to our family, our friends, our fellow peers at school, as well as our teachers. And the reason why we use cool language is because it makes others feel happy and respected. Not cool language, which is bad words, can get us in trouble, and honestly, it makes others feel uncomfortable around us. So it's important to know that we want to use cool language to make and maintain friends. Using not cool language actually loses us friends because people don't like to be around others who are using foul or not cool language. Okay, so how to use cool language. Ooh, for some reason that didn't reload. So it's completely okay to not always think kind thoughts. Sometimes we get upset, and sometimes we think things like, oh my gosh, what am I doing here? And you might think not cool words in your head. And honestly, that's okay. In order to truly use cool language, we need to decide what things are those that we should think. So we think it, we keep it to ourselves, or we say it, we share out loud with others. So thoughts that you should think only and stay inside your mind are mean or sarcastic thoughts, okay? Man, she is so boring, or this lesson is so lame. You are totally entitled to those thoughts, but we want to keep them inside. Now, things that we say it phrases or say it language, it's kind of nice thoughts, and it's also your wants and needs, okay? So it's totally fine to use cool language when you are talking to others, when you need to communicate things that you want or need. But if you're thinking not so cool thoughts or you're upset, you can say that you're upset, but we're going to think upset things in our mind only, okay? We can share the reasons why we're mad, but we're not going to take out our frustrations and anger on other people or a sadness on other people because that's not fair to them. All right, so why is it important to monitor our voice volume and use of language? Well, I just mentioned it. It's so that we can make and maintain friends, so that we are being respectful of others in our environment by using appropriate voice volume, and so that we make and maintain friends and let others feel respected, okay? So that's why we wanna use proper voice volume, cool language. So let's look at these examples. On the left are situations where we need to determine the level of voice, okay? Do they need to ask or talk in a quiet voice or a loud voice? Jimmy needs to ask to go to the bathroom. What voice should he use? Well, if he's in a classroom, do you think he should yell out loud that he has to go to the bathroom? No, he's going to raise his hand and quietly tell his teacher, I need to go to the bathroom, please, or may I go to the bathroom? In gym class, Kelly wants the ball to be passed to her. Well, let's think about the context. A gym class is loud, they're playing a game, so Kelly needs to use a loud voice. Sam is sitting in that waiting room at the hospital. We know that we're in a hospital, we usually want to keep a quiet tone so that others who are sick can get the proper care and rest that they need. So Sam is going to use a quiet voice. Fred and his brother are planning a surprise for their sister. When you're planning a surprise, you want to keep it secret. So they're going to use whisper voices. They're probably going to talk quiet. All right. Ooh, Gail is singing a solo at a school concert. All right, so she's like in presentation mode because she's performing for more than a few people and she's singing, so she's going to use a loud voice. Mel is talking to her aunt while using the lawnmower. If you guys have ever used a lawnmower before, they are extremely loud. So if Mel is trying to talk over the sound of the lawnmower, she's going to use a loud voice. Now, we're on the cool language side, the right side. So should I think it, keep it to myself, or say it, share it out loud with others? Jim likes to bake. He is proud of his baking skills. He baked you cookies. You don't like them, and you want to say, dude, I don't like them. Oh, man, is this something that's gonna hurt someone else's feelings or make them feel better? It says Jim likes to bake and he's proud of it. So if we say, dude, I don't like them, we're gonna make him feel bad. So you might say, you know, I'm full right now, but thank you so much. The thought of, dude, I don't like them, we're going to keep it to ourselves. It's a think it thought. Your teacher has bags under her eyes. You want to say, wow, you look really tired. And boy, isn't this true. So this is one of those things, again, that you want to think to yourself. Oftentimes when we comment on others' appearances, we can make them very self-conscious. And we don't know what that person is going through. Maybe your teacher had a tough day yesterday, or maybe she stayed up all night grading papers or something. So, wow, you look really tired. That's a think it thought. We're going to keep it to ourselves because we don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Again, it's okay to think it, but is it okay to say it out loud? Probably not. All right, I hope this lesson was informative, and I will see you guys in your Zoom meetings. Take care.